Hello, I'm Dan, or Lord Skeptic, and this is a video on the Flat Earth. I don't fear the truth. It's called Flat Earth Map Problems for the Globelings. I'm just going to play it, really, tell you why it's all really bollocks, really.
Differences between the globe and the flat Earth become apparent when considering distances south of the equator.
That's true.
After all, haven't navigators, geographers, and map makers mapped these areas? And shouldn't they have noticed this quirk by now, if the Earth is indeed flat? Well, the reality is, the rabbit hole just gets deeper from here. So, to begin, the distance between Sydney, Australia and Nelson, New Zealand on the ball Earth, given their coordinates and sparing you the spherical trigonometry, should be 1,310 miles. But the Australian Handbook, Almanac Shippers and Importers Directory states the measured distance as being 1,550 miles, which is a full 18% longer.
Now, there's a reason for that. There is a fucking good reason. There's a reason for it. Why that's different. The reason it's different is because I think in nautical miles it's very different. Well, it's not nautical. It might be knots. I don't know. There's a difference. The shipping thing they have to take into account, so they have to go for a bit more of a detour rather than do the exact thing. You know, I'm going to go through some of the comments he's put in here as well. That put in here. Distance of as boats will not always take a direct route. They need to take advantage of currents stick to shipping lanes. You have to go around a bit of land. So that's sort of the, instead of don't talk about the boats here, they said, here at all, that's what they replied, but actually that's not true. They did say nautical handbooks and that. Yeah. They did say nautical handbooks, which to me does mean it is to do with boats. Even if those mileages in the handbooks or even on Google Earth Maps, whatever, are wrong, that to me that doesn't prove the Earth is flat. That just proves that one of them is at least one of them, would be both. At least one of them is wrong. It proves that most likely the handbooks. It proves that they probably fucked up a little bit with the mileage, or even if the mileage is wrong. Well, I'll carry on with the next bit.
Maps. Let's compare some maps. This is, you see at the top here, size comparison, US versus Australia. Here we have in orange Australia and in yellow the US. That's a size comparison. According to whatever globeling made this size comparison, because let's face it, all of these maps were drawn by globelings and are being compared by globelings, not flat earthers. So, taking the difference, see, okay, between the two, and compare it with, say, this one. What's happened there? Good heavens, the US has grown a lot. Is it pregnant? Look at all of this extra area. Let's compare it again with the first one. Where was it? This one. Look, see this? Tiny little belly. Now let's look here. Pregnant. Oh, big belly. You have to mock this, otherwise you get kind of angry. So this is the size comparison of simply the US and Australia. And this is to show that the globelings are full of shit and don't know what they're doing. So, let's look at something else.
I'm going to stop this here now again. I want to debunk that bit. And now, on that one, the first picture in there is a quick scale down, whereas the other is that one is a true comparison. Longitude by longitude. Yeah, so one's more of a scale down. I don't quite understand that myself. And even if one of them's wrong, and like I say, even if one of them is wrong, it doesn't prove the Earth is flat. It just proves that someone fucked up. or even both of them.
Before, I'm going to go over it again because it bears repeating. We're going to look at the red line. It's the China-Europe block train, 8,077 miles, built by the Chinese. The Chinese aren't going to mess around and pretend like it's longer than it really is. No. They're going to just make it the way it has to be made.
Stripes.
First, it's flat, but let's forget that, okay? It starts in Spain, in Madrid. It goes through Germany and Poland and Belarus, and it goes up to Moscow, then down to Kazakhstan, and then up and across and through China to Yiwu. You can plot this on Google Earth. Here it is, plotted on Google Earth. It doesn't take a genius to plot it. I mean, you've got the whole thing right here. You've got the features that you can navigate your way around. Your little markers, like this little knuckle here. Or this little rabbit tail, if you want to look at it that way. I see this like a rabbit doing a bit of a funky dance. Anyway.
Is in a way.
So, follow this route and plot it on Google Earth. And you'll find that it comes to 8,072. That's not right. Of course it's not right because I put it in the ocean. You see what I did there?
You little bollocks.
Okay, let's bring this to Yiwu, which is approximately here. 6,837 miles. More than 1,000 miles short. That's why I put this over here. See, I went to 8,077. Oh, 79. There you go. Oh, nearly. See all this? All this that's ocean on Google Earth. Well, there's a train that travels across that ocean. People get off here and unload here because this is where Yiwu is. Actually, it's more like... I'm
not sure where that is.
Here. Okay? Now, what's the problem, globelings? And when I made this video before, not a single one of you made a video response. Not a single one of you plotted this on Google Earth, following the markers that are clearly visible, like this lake here and this one here, on Google Earth. Not a single response. That's because they know it's full of shit.
It isn't.
Even though they could have cheated, I'll just point this out, they could have doubled back. When you're plotting this out, you could double back a couple of times like this. See how the distance increases? They could have done that, but maybe they just couldn't think of it. That's it. You can't cheat it making it shorter. You can't do the same, duplicate over and over and make it shorter. You can make it longer, but you can't make it shorter. So, what's the problem, globelings? Why don't your maps work? Because I know one map that can accommodate this route perfectly fine without sending the train track into the ocean. That's yours truly, but you can't plot it on yours. No, you can't plot this on your maps. You can't plot this on your Google Earth.
Well, there's a fucking good reason for that. We can. You see, the railway distance there is the distance of the railroad, not a semi-direct path through the mountains, passes, whatever. It would turn out a lot of miles. Yeah, if you chase the railroad, I bet it would be very close to the actual length. And like I keep saying, even if it is wrong, it just proves that it doesn't prove the Earth is flat. It just proves that one of them fucked up, or even both. I mean, Google Earth doesn't claim to always be accurate. It doesn't. So on here, I'm actually just hiding some of the comments he put in. Now, look, yeah. See accurate for plot your correct time. It says something about you'll make the roll fit on the global. Oh no, hang on. Someone said about it's been proved, and you say, well, I think if that is following an exact path, I feel they should prove it. They didn't zoom into the actual railroad, so plot the course. Now I'm not going to do this either because I can't be asked. It's too long. It would take a long time. I just can't be asked. There's a fucking good reason. It would probably take you forever to actually just watch it. It'd probably take you about 24 hours. Well, maybe not 24 hours. For me to just really zoom in and just to show it all edit, and the video would be really long, so I'm not going to do it. I bet if you actually did do this, that would actually be correct. It's not following a direct route. It's following the train lines, which hove up and downwards and that. So, yeah, like I keep saying, even if it is true, it doesn't prove that the Earth is flat. It just says to me. It just proves that one of them fucked up. They fucked up the distance. It just proves it isn't right. And well, that's it basically. That's all I've got to say for this, really. So I'm Dan, or Lord Skeptic, and in the words of Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes.